Hello everyone, and here I am with another mock review or mock video for Mocking Tuesday, and this one's on another pair of my Darwin 4 / Alien Planet mocks, being of the Arrow Tongue rather Bladderhorn, and also Daggerwrist, of course. So I'll start out with the Bladderhorn, of course. And also a little background of the Bladderhorns, which are sort of the elks of Darwin 4 for that, which one bits of which act as like antlers, of course. And of course they ram each other in the heads, obviously. So starting out with the feet, which are kind of like I did with my Arrow Tongue mock for that, but obviously with more bits around, and with all those little Technic bits or these Technic pieces and pins to hold them onto there. And as you saw earlier, it kind of leans back and forth a lot then. And also I did manage to use the blue versions of these Saga joint bricks for that, since it's kind of a solid color scheme of blue and dark blue. And then as for the lower legs or the shins, obviously I used sort of the like hanging brackets in blue and the curved slopes in dark blue, and it kind of makes it fully covered and all. It sort of represents its like odd scaly skin then. And then go upwards. Switch for the thighs, which are mostly a little more of those pieces, and also the extra other curved slopes outwards then. Then on to the main body part. And it's also kind of just bricks stacked with plates, obviously, which is kind of obvious for that. And also some additional bits around it, like these like upper bits, and also kind of randomly is the clear blue and sparkly tile piece on there, mainly also to represent its like luminescent sparkliness that there is, and a couple of eyes, or in this case, or as for them, is their sonar bits. And also to have this little mini trunk kind of area, kind of bits for that. Not sure why one extra sorter, but it's kind of how they are for that. And then also on top of which, kind of just a few jagged slopes all together, and also a few curved slopes on top for that, which got the shaping done quite well. Then as for these like arm-like bits, which to them are actually sort of their antlers, or I mean like inflated antlers. And of course these cross-like bits, and also what these pink what the pink studs are for, is mostly to represent the bioluminescent bits of it that do flash when they kind of like moan at each other, and also while then just kind of inflate as well. Oops, and also these kind of pop off a bit, but yeah. And so now that's about it with the Bladderhorn here. And now on to the trademark creature of this special, the Daggerwrist. Now, how it's called that is because of the front feet that are daggers that I use to climb blackbark trees. And also, well, and of course, kind of four-legged dog-like, but with extra things to it, of course. So, like, as for the front head kind of area, which kind of made of just traditional ball socket joint kind of bricks, and also with one bit of snot that is just with the black studs representing the sonar bit of him, or of it. And then also you have an additional part of it that holds the extra lower jaw that kind of splits and like that. And it's the closest to an actual functioning jaw on Darwin 4, and however, it also does have a like pointy bit to it, making it both the lower jaw and also has an extra appendage that makes it drink some of the fluids from, and probably also blood from like its main prey on him, the what's it called? Trunk suckers, of course, which is its main food source. And then as for the like center body part of it, also like most of the mocks that I make is have a bunch of like curved slopes onto them to have a more organic finished look to it. And then also these darkish pink kind of like cheese slope or arch slopes here, mainly to represent its like bioluminescent patches on its back, of course. And also have the minifigure harpoons there, all mainly to represent its back spine protrusions. And then as for the front limbs, which kind of standard of my mocks then, the traditional boss Aka joints, but now in the dark brown. And also, like I've been using with most mocks now, is have this kind of build to it, like the Marvel DC construction figures that there are. And then ending off with the Glatorian X of Bionicle, and ending off with the Jaw Beast kind of little add-on bits from the Invasion from Below line of Hero Factory, for that to obviously represent its climbing daggers, of course. But then for the back legs, of which sort of the same stuff going on, and then also foot pieces also from that same line for that, but they work out quite well. And then as for the like flap or wing parts, or just little flaps, which are attached to both the arms and legs, like on Earth, which you would see with like flying squirrels and things, mainly to like glide between trees then. And of course, kind of on hinges and Exoforce hands in there, and then kind of held on to these extra large wedges for that. And why exactly in white? Because this is the most common color for them. And although it didn't come in very many sets and never came in tan, so I think this white would I figured this white would have to do. And then lastly is the tail, which made of just mixel joints and ending off with both plates and tan tiles there, and then ending off with one curved slope behind, of course. And that's about it there. So now, for these mocks, which I did quite well on them, capturing their likenesses and everything. And also, do kind of wish that these large wedge plates came in tan, but what are you gonna do for that? And unless they did eventually bring back in the future, then I could substitute them with tan, but yeah. And what else to say? Not much, but yeah. And so now that's about it with this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.